Neptune is the planet of dreams, spirituality, creativity, art. Neptune takes us to higher and higher dimensions. Neptune also can represent illusion. It can represent crafting a story. This is why it rules over creativity. And it can also represent delusion, seclusion, things not really appearing clearly, lying, creating false illusions as well. And Neptune has moved into Aries. So we are right now out of Neptune in Pisces and out of Neptune's rulership. Neptune rules over the zodiac sign Pisces. You can kind of see the alignment between the attributes of Neptune and the attributes of the zodiac sign Pisces, which is a water sign ruling over dreams, spirituality, but it can also rule over addiction, dogma, spiritual dogma. So we've got the light and the dark with Neptune and Pisces as well. So now we're moving out of Neptune in Pisces. And as we're moved into Neptune in Aries, this is now a fire sign. Aries is a cardinal fire sign and is a spark. So right now, a lot of people are championing their beliefs. If they are more conservative religious beliefs, they could be really on the warpath right now around it. Or if it's beliefs like championing what marginalized people need, what honestly everyday Americans need versus the oligarchy that is now in power. And we had someone like Cory Booker leading the charge with that the minute Neptune has moved into Aries. So, this is also a once in a lifetime transit. Yeah. Neptune is about 14 to 16 years in each sign. Neptune's going to spend 14 years in Aries. And Neptune takes around 165 years to move through the zodiac. So, this is why this is a once in a lifetime transit for all of us. We are all uniquely going to feel this transit. And the last time Neptune moved into Aries was around the time of the American Civil War in 1860. Yeah. The collective will also have a lot more energy to get things done. We are going to see a new set of spiritual teachers, gurus rise up. I think more and more cults, which were a big thing during Neptune in Pisces, that's literally the essence of cults, that now is going to be exposed and removed and changed as well too. And we're seeing the truth right now. We're seeing through the illusion in Neptune and Aries for sure. So as you remember, the Civil War was, they say, it was a battle for states' rights. It's yes, the Emancipation Proclamation and the Dred Scott case, and there were some movements in civil rights for the enslaved people at the time, but it was a very slow progress all the way up until 1965. That was basically how long it took. Okay, so yes, those things were going on, but you can see now we are fighting up against all of the progress that we've made in that Neptune cycle. Now we are getting revved up and ready to go. And there are differences of opinion. So I must say that as well. So I'm not saying like, we're gonna have muskets and be out in the streets like Civil War era back then. But this is definitely Aries rules over war and the masculine and men. And so a lot of them are revved up and ready to go. And yeah, I mean, red is the color of Aries. This is why I'm wearing this. Don't get it twisted with a certain party. That is not it. This is glamour magic for Aries, Neptune and Aries. So tapping into the energy of fire and passion and going after what you believe in and being an individual. This is outside of that. But red is the color of Aries. So we can really see people more motivated, versus when we were in Neptune and Pisces, a lot of us were kind of blind to the fact of what's going on around us, or kind of under some false delusion. Some of the glamour magic that these world leaders use is definitely going to start to fall away. So, Neptune in Pisces is not over yet. So, I must say that. So, kind of like what we went through with Pluto in Aquarius, we're in Pluto in Aquarius full time, but it took about a couple of years for Pluto to finally make the move. So, in 2026, Neptune is officially going to move into Aries, and this is because of retrogrades. So we are going to move back into Neptune retrograde July 4th of this year. So I think it's really interesting on 4th of July, which is a important holiday in the United States. So Neptune will retrograde and will go back into Pisces, and then Neptune retrograde will be over in December of this year. And that's pretty much the last time we are going to experience Neptune in Pisces. So on January 26, 2026, Neptune will move into Aries full time. So we will not experience Neptune in Pisces again. That is truly when this transit is going to start. So this year is a preview. Definitely be mindful of what is manifesting for you. See where you have Aries in your chart, what house you have Aries. If you are a sun, moon, rising, and you're either one of those placements are in Aries, this is an extremely important 14-year period for you. This is going to be over in 2039. So this is definitely a time of complete evolution of who you are, especially for sun, moon, rising. And anyone who has cardinal signs as well, so Libra, Cancer, Capricorn placements, you are going to feel this as well very heavily because Neptune is going to square those important parts of your chart. I also believe with Neptune in Aries, we are going to experience a lot more fire. I talked about this on my threads page, how Saturn and Neptune in Aries. Neptune also represents disillusion. It tends to dissolve what it comes into contact with, so you can experience loss. So some people are going to be going through this globally. We know fires are popping up in places that they typically don't, or are more volatile than they typically are. And the season is beginning earlier than normal. So that is another big part of Neptune in Aries. And this transit is asking our leaders and those making laws to wake up.